Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. I hope all of you are fine. So, as promised in the last video, today I will show you how to subdivide the main WBS of the baseline, the level 1 of WBS of the baseline, into more detailed WBS levels for engineering procurement. Okay, and also we will be touching construction. So, as previously I have told you that milestones, they have two types: start milestones and the finish milestones. So, start milestones, for example, here you can see this is the milestone. So, this milestone should be divided into start milestones and finish milestone, 2 WBS. So, the all milestones which are start milestone means they have the only start date. So those milestones we will include in the start milestones, and the other milestones which have only the finish date, we will include those milestones in the finish milestones. Then in engineering, we will subdivide into two main types. For example, the first one is the design approvals and then the material approvals. The design approvals, then we will divide into submittals and approvals for the architectural, mechanical, structural, electrical, plumbing, different types of the works based on the different types of the works we have in our project. Similarly, for the materials, we will divide into two more WBS: first long lead items, then the non-long lead items. As I have told you previously about the long lead and the non-long lead items. Then the long lead items, similarly as we have divided for the design approvals, similarly we will divide for the material approvals, for the architectural, structural, electrical, mechanical, plumbing. So it is always better just to divide your design approvals and the material approvals based on the different types of the work you have in your project. So here we are considering a simple typical building project. So obviously it is okay, let's consider it as a 5-story building, and it has a typical HVAC system and the plumbing and electrical systems. Okay, then we will include all these WBS. For the structural works, what are the structural items we need, then for the architectural works, then for the electrical, mechanical and the plumbing, then obviously the elevators are going to be included. So then based on your own project, you can divide it into what type of the materials or what type of design approvals you have for your individual project, because each project is a unique project. You cannot copy and paste. Always remember, you cannot copy and paste one project or WBS of the one project or activity of the one project for any other project. So what I do, I always, whenever I am preparing a baseline, I always start from the scratch. I read the scope, I read all the drawing designs, I get all the information that I have told you previously in my previous video, and then create a new baseline from the scratch. So some people what do, they just try to copy paste from one project to another. Then you will face difficulties while creating the logics, and that baseline will not be a very good baseline later on for the updation and the monitoring and controlling of the project, because each project is a unique one. It has a unique activities, so it is always better to start from the scratch for each project. Then for the procurement, I have already told you that procurement has major two types, major 3 WBS we will divide into sub WBS. The first one is the quotation and agreement, because when our material, first we have submitted our material to the client for the approval. Once the client has given the approval for that material, then our procurement department, we will raise a quotation to our procurement department, and our procurement department will liaise with the different suppliers, and after when they reach an agreement with them, then they will issue a purchase order. After purchase order is being issued, they will take some time to deliver that material on the site. So all these steps, they take some duration, they take some time. We need to plan accordingly. Okay, we need to plan that what duration, what time they will take for the quotation and agreement, then the for procurement order issue or PO issue, and then delivery for the site. So let's start first by for the creation of the WBS. As I have told you previously, we will go here. You can see WBS, just click it and then go here. So milestones, engineering, procurement, construction, testing and commissioning, closing out, all of the WBS are here. So milestones, let me guess, you must understand, you must have understood in which two type of WBS we are going to divide. Yes, you are right. Start milestones and the finish milestones. And I have told you a shortcut key. Either you can go here and press the add button, or you can click it for the milestones and then press insert button from your keyboard. So I am going to press insert button from my keyboard. So I will write here start milestones. The main WBS we have written in the capital letters, so the sub WBS we will write in the small letters. Start milestone and then again press insert button and write finish milestone. And previously I have also told you that now this WBS is becoming the node of the start milestones. No, we don't want to make it the node of the start milestones. This is a finish milestone, so finish milestone. We want to make it the node of milestones. So just go here and move left. Now it's became part of the milestones. For the engineering, you need to divide into design approvals, and then material approvals. Design approvals and material approvals. Then in design approvals, we need to divide into more detailed WBS. Then we will divide, we will write here submittals, and then we will write approvals. Okay, submittals, approvals. In the submittal, then we are going to subdivide into more detail. Then submittals into architectural designs, then structural designs, then press insert, divide into some more WBS. Architectural designs, structural designs, then electrical designs, then to some more WBS. Here I will write structural, electrical, mechanical, designs. here should also write small d. Electrical, mechanical, then plumbing designs, and then the plumbing designs. Then after the plumbing designs, we will divide into plumbing, then electrical, mechanical, plumbing. Okay, let's keep it up to this one. And then you see here we have approvals. So approvals, what we'll do, we'll copy the same. So if you want to copy, you have to select and press Ctrl button on your keyboard, select all of them, right click, copy and paste it here. So this way you can create quickly all the approvals, because for the same items we are going to submit our designs, and for the same items we are going to get the approvals for our designs. Then after this, material approvals. Material approvals, they have two types. First one is the long lead items, then non-long lead items. Long lead items and then the non-long lead items. So in the non-long lead items, again material submittal, and then we will divide into material approval. Material submittal, material approval. In the material submittal, we need the materials for all of these items, for all of these types of the works: architectural works, structure, electrical, mechanical, plumbing. So just copy here and paste it, material submittals, press OK, and then again copy all of these. First we need to create one more WBS. After the material submittal, we need to create material approval. So it is already there. So yes, just paste it here. So it has been pasted. So non-long lead items, they have also material submittals and material approvals. So let's copy these two. Press Ctrl on your keyboard and copy these two: material submittal, material approval. Copy and then paste it here. So now it is pasted. So after this comes the part for the procurement. For the procurement, what you need, you have to divide into, as I told you, into 3 more WBS: quotation and agreement, PO issue and delivery to the site. Here you have to write quotation and agreement, then write PO issuance, and here delivery to the site. So up to here our milestones, engineering and procurement part is complete as long as WBS is concerned. So now part comes for the construction. So first let us understand what are the construction WBS and how to subdivide first into this one. As you see here, construction, this is the most important part of your baseline schedule. In construction part, you have to subdivide your WBS into level 4 or level 5 WBS. Let us consider example of a typical tower building with basement plus 8 floors. Okay, here we are considering some typical tower building with basement and 8 floors. Now I am not going to open any drawings because this, as I told you, these lectures are for the beginners. So my concern is just to give them idea of the planning and just first I want to make them proficient in the Primavera. When they have understood all the things in the P6 or Primavera, then I will teach them in the then we will a later part of the our videos we will be teaching them, we will be opening some real-time construction projects with the drawings, and then from there we will see how to divide it and what is the scope of the project, and we will create a very good baseline from there. But for the time being, just I will write some WBS from my experience, some typical WBS. So this building, it has raft foundation with columns and flat slab with column capitals with a total area of 2500 meters square. Okay, it's a small building, not a very huge. So the construction, what we will do for the construction, we will divide into first mobilization. Obviously, to start any project, what is the first step? The first step is to do the mobilization. You have to mobilize your crew, you have to mobilize your resources. First thing, when you have won any contract, then the client will give you NTP, notice to proceed. After getting the NTP, notice to proceed, that NTP date will be considered the start date of the project. No matter what is the start date written in the contract, the start date that you will consider in your project will be the NTP, the notice to proceed, and that date we have to mention in our milestones. So the construction first WBS will be mobilization. In the mobilization, you will divide into more activities like the establishment of the site offices, the establishment of the temporary facilities, and later on I will tell you what is mobilization schedule. So it's a small schedule that is prepared separately for the mobilization only. But here we need to mention some 4 or 5 activities for the mobilization also. For example, the establishment of site offices, temporary facilities, okay, lay down areas, lay down yards, material storage areas, etc. Then the second WBS will be the civil works, this one. Civil works, what do you mean by civil works? Civil works means the site setting out, laying out, survey, then the excavation, if it has some water table is very near to the foundation, okay, depth, it is above the foundation depth, then dewatering, then if it has it is a very deep foundation, then we will have to consider the shoring system also. So for that, this all activities will come under the civil works. Okay, all the excavation activities, backfilling, all these activities will come into the civil works. Then comes part for the foundation. Obviously in the foundation part, we will divide into, maybe our raft is 2500 meters square. If we are able to do it in one go, then we don't need to divide into zones. If we are not able to do into one go, then obviously we will divide into 2 zones, zone 1 and zone 2. For example, in zone 1, why we will divide into 2 zones? Sometimes we don't have enough resources or manpower. For example, we have 30 carpenters and the 30 steel fixers. So what we will do, we will start the rebar work in zone 1, Okay, and then we will wait, we will not start the zone 2. After finishing the rebar work in zone 1, we will move to the zone 2, and then the carpenters, they will come into zone 1 and they will start their shuttering. And once, meanwhile, we will be doing our rebar works in zone 2 parallel. Okay, in zone 1 the carpenters are working, in zone 2 steel fixers are working, so we can engage the both crew at the same time to save time and to save our resources. So this we will see later on. Then comes the basement. Okay, in basement we will have the columns, then we will have the beams and the slab, and so we will divide into more WBS later on. Then obviously first floor, second floor, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, up to 8th floor. Then I have taken example of the basement floor. The basement floor, then we are going to divide into some more detailed WBS. In the basement floor, we will divide into structure works, architectural works, HVAC works, electrical works, fire and gas works, and the plumbing works. Structure works, all this I have told you, the columns, beams, all the reinforced concrete works, they will come under the structure WBS. Architecture, all the block works, then this painting, the plastering, and the tiling, and everything that this fixing of doors and windows, these will come under the architectural WBS. HVAC, heating, ventilation and air conditioning system, the ducting, then this cold and hot water piping. So all these works will come under the HVAC works. Electrical works will come under electrical WBS. We will divide into some more WBS. MEP first fix, MEP second fix, MEP third fix. And I will tell you what does MEP first fix, second fix, third fix means. And later on, this is the most important part, because the relationship between MEP works. MEP means mechanical, electrical, plumbing. The MEP, the relation of the MEP with our architectural works or our structural works, or in other words our civil works, is very crucial, because we cannot close our ceiling unless we have finished the MEP second fix, for example HVAC works and the plumbing, all these electrical works and these mechanical works. And similarly, we cannot plaster our walls unless we have completed MEP first fix, the laying of the conduits and piping in the walls. Similarly, in the floors, some of the conduit piping is coming under the floors. We can secrete the floor unless we have completed that part. So these MEP works have a crucial relationship with we want some clearances from the civil team, also we want some clearances from the MEP team. So there will be lot of more interdependencies, but that I will tell you later on. Then this is a typical, I have given example for the basement floor. For all the floors we will make same WBS. Then under the architecture works, what we are going to subdivide: flooring finishing, wall finishing, ceiling finishing, skirting finishing, and final finishing. Flooring, all the works that are related with the floor, they will come under the flooring finishing. All of the activities which are involved with the wall, they will come under the wall finishing. All of the activities which are involved with the ceiling will come under the ceiling finishing. All of the activities which are involved with the skirting will come under the skirting finishes. And the final finishing means all of the activities which come under the final finishing. The final touch up and the paint, and then this placement of this furniture, and also installation of some other utilities and equipments, that will come under the final finishing. Okay. So let's start creation of those WBS in our schedule. So first, in the construction, we will divide into, as per our WBS, I have told you in our slides. So the first one will be the mobilization. After the mobilization, here we will write civil works, mobilization, civil works. Then we will write foundation works. Then after the foundation we will write basement floor, basement, then the ground floor, so what we will do, as we are going to create the same typical WBS for each floor, so don't make all the floors and then create the all those WBS in the all those floors. So what we will do, first we will complete one floor and then we will copy paste. So all these sub WBS will also be copy pasted. So we will go in the basement floor. In the basement floor, then we are going to divide into structural works, after the structural works we will divide into architectural works, structural works, architectural works. Then we will write electrical works, then we will write mechanical works, electrical works, mechanical works. Then we will write plumbing works, and then we will write here fire and gas works. So here structural works will write here shear columns, shear walls, then columns, shear walls, columns. Here we will write beams and slab. Similarly, in architectural works, we will subdivide into flooring finishing, then ceiling finishing, flooring finishing, ceiling finishing, then here wall finishing, flooring finishing, ceiling finishing, wall finishing, and then we write here final finishing. Then in electrical works we will write it. Electrical works, they have two types. One is the medium voltage or medium voltage current works, and then the small voltage current works. The small voltage current works means all this lighting and all this equipment, they are come under the medium voltage current works. The small voltage current works, the CCTV, the IP, this telephone, the internet, and then this CCTV and this telecommunication system, and then the public address system. So all these systems, they come under the small voltage current works. So we will divide into two main categories. One, medium voltage current works, and then the small voltage current works. Medium voltage current works and the small voltage current works. Then into medium voltage current works, we will divide into three more WBS: first fix, second fix, and the third fix. Here we will write first fix, second fix, third fix. We will copy and paste it here. So medium voltage has first fix, second fix, third fix, and small voltage has first fix, second fix, and third fix. Then the mechanical works. Mechanical works, which will fall under two categories. In mechanical works, we will divide into, we don't need to subdivide like electrical, we will only divide into first fix, second fix, and the third fix. Similarly, plumbing works, we will divide into first fix, second fix, and third fix. Fire and gas into first fix, second fix, and the third fix. Then now our WBS is complete up to this point for one floor, and we want to create up to 8 floors. So what we will do, later on, doesn't mean that all WBS will have same activities. If some portion of the WBS doesn't fit in any floor, then we will delete it later on. We will check the scope and delete it. So the basement floor collapse it, just clicking here, just this one. Now it's been collapsed. So we want to delete this one, the ground floor. So right click and press delete. It's asking that are you sure want to delete selected WBS elements? Press yes. So copy here this basement floor and paste in the construction. So just rename it, and we want to shift it down. This is ground floor now. We want to shift it down, so we have this arrows. So by pressing this arrow, it is shifted down. Now it's basement floor, ground floor. Okay. After this, similarly, you can keep copy pasting one by one and then rename it up to 8th floor. Okay. So it will take a longer time, so I don't want to waste your time. I left this thing for you guys, for your practice. and then I will go to testing and commissioning. Testing and commissioning will divide into electrical, mechanical, electrical testing, commissioning, mechanical, and fire and gas. Okay. Electrical, mechanical, fire and gas. And then is in the closing, we don't want to divide into more WBS. In closing, we will divide into some more activities. For example, the submission of the as-built drawings. As-built drawings, what does mean by as-built drawing? As-built drawing means whenever our construction is finished and all the RFIs, request for information, or RFIs, request for inspection, they have been approved, and all the testing and commissioning RFIs has been approved and closed from the QA/QC department. Then we need to start making the as-built drawings. As-built drawings, whatever the project we have built, for each section of the work, we will make the as-built drawings. So the submission of the as-built drawings, it has also some duration. So we will write this one in the closing of submission of the as-built drawings and the demobilization from the site. So today our WBS portion is complete up for all levels. So let's see how it looks in this activity views. So just go to here in the activities. So you can see here all of our WBS that we have created. The one more thing, if you want to close it all, you can right click and press collapse all. So it's all been collapsed. Then when you will click here, you will see this level level 2 WBS. This is level 1. Then you can see more WBS levels. For example, milestone start, milestone finish, milestones, and engineering, design approvals, material approvals, in the design approvals, submittals, and then architectural, structural, electrical design, mechanical, plumbing, and then in the approvals, all of this WBS. So one by one, you can just click it here, like this one, okay, and select it, collapse it and close it, okay, collapse it and expand it. And also if you want to collapse all or want to expand all, then right click and press expand all, okay. If you want to, and then if you want to see up to specific level, so you can go here, collapse to WBS level 1, then press apply, okay. So level 1 WBS is open. Then if you want to collapse into level 2 WBS, press WBS level 2, apply, okay. WBS level 2 is open. Similarly, we want like up to 6, apply, okay. So all of our WBS, they have been divided into level 5 and electrical into level 6, okay. You press here, then so now we have 6 levels of the WBS here. Maybe time to time some of the more WBS that we haven't included, I will tell you while making the activities. If we feel any need to create more WBS, then we will create at that time, okay. So I request all of you to please go through my today's lecture, whatever I have taught you today, and practice it like I have told you in my previous videos, that don't go to all videos at once, just go to one video and then practice it. And if you have any questions, write in the comment section. I will try my best to answer all of you. And meanwhile, sometimes I will also try to come live session, and I will read the comments, and then at the spot I will try to give the answers. So in the next upcoming video, we will start with the creation of the activities, their duration and their relationships, and we will learn what are the types of relationships and all these things. So for till that time, goodbye and take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.